Hey everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to my channel, Blind to Billionaire. Today is April 22nd, 2018. Last week I uploaded quite a few videos from a Caribbean cruise that I was on, so today I wanted to give you just an outline of the exact itinerary and some of the pricing from the cruise. So if you haven't seen those videos, you should definitely go check them out. I have a lot of really great information. So as for the cruise, it was a Royal Caribbean cruise out of San Juan, Puerto Rico on Adventure of the Seas. So it was a 7-night cruise, as I mentioned, out of San Juan. So I'll just give you the breakdown of the itinerary, and then I'll go into the pricing. So we sailed out of San Juan on 8:30 p.m. on Saturday night. The next morning, Sunday morning, we arrived at the island of St. Maarten, and we arrived at 8 a.m., but we were able to disembark at 8:30, and all on board was 4:30, and then we actually sailed at 5 o'clock. So then the next morning, Monday morning, we arrived at the island of St. Kitts. Again, we arrived at 8 a.m., allowed off the ship at 8:30. All on board was 4:30, and we sailed at 5 o'clock. So then the next morning, Tuesday morning, we arrived at the island of Antigua and Barbuda. Again, same arrival time, 8 o'clock, allowed off the ship at 8:30. All on board was 4:30, and we sailed at 5 p.m. The next morning, Wednesday morning, we arrived at the island of St. Lucia, and actually we arrived an hour later at 9 o'clock. We were able to disembark at 9:30. All on board was 5:30, and we sailed at 6 p.m. So now the last island day was Thursday. Thursday morning, we arrived at the island of Barbados. 8 a.m. arrival, 8:30 disembark, 4:30 was all on board, and 5 p.m. was our sail time. Now Friday, the last day of the cruise, was actually a sea day. So we were sailing from Barbados back to San Juan. So it was a sea day all day, and we arrived back in San Juan, Puerto Rico, 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. So that was the itinerary of the cruise. So now to get into some of the pricing of the cruise. So I don't remember exactly when we booked. It was probably 2 months before the sailing, maybe 2.5 months before the sailing, and we paid $524 per person, and that was just for the really basic interior stateroom. So nothing fancy as far as the room goes, but it was $524 per person. On top of that, you pay an additional $95 per person for port charges and taxes. And then additionally, on top of that, you pay an additional $101 per person for gratuities. So again, that is with no additional packages. Now, if you were to add drink packages, your gratuities would actually be higher. So they add 18% gratuity. So for example, if you don't have a drink package and you're sitting on the pool deck and a wait staff comes by and asks if you want a drink, which they frequently do, if you were to order a drink without the package, you would not only pay for the drink, but you would pay an additional 18% gratuity on top of that. So that's how that works. So then in addition to that, I also bought the internet package for one device. And I bought that prior to the sailing. And they do offer, I think it's a 20% discount on the price. But if you do buy the internet package once you're on the ship, it is significantly more expensive. So anyway, for the internet package for one device was $115. So then as far as my flight, I flew with Sun Country Airlines, a direct flight out of Minneapolis, Minnesota to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I paid $304. So again, that was very cheap, but I actually didn't pay for the flight. I used credit card points to pay for the full balance of the flight. So in the end, the flight was actually free. So if you haven't checked out my video on how to actually pay for flights and cruises and hotels for free with credit card points, I would suggest you check out my other video. It's titled Travel for Free with Chase Credit Card Rewards. Travel for free with Chase Credit Card Rewards. So if you haven't checked that video out, you should definitely check it out. I explained to you how I travel for free or for very low cost using Chase Credit Card Rewards. So it's pretty cool being able to travel at a steep discount using those points, otherwise in some cases completely for free. So that's about all the information I have as far as the pricing goes on the cruise right now. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe, like down below, and leave your comments or questions. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again for watching.